Okay, so for today's presentation, I'm going to be going over the show that we've been watching recently as a family, which is The Amazing Race Canada. Okay, so The Amazing Race Canada is hosted by John Montgomery. We're going to get to him a little bit later, but yeah, so what happens in this is like there's two teams you're paired up, or there's 10 teams, pardon me. You're paired up in teams of two, and there's tons of challenges and obstacles, and your goal by the end is to make it to John at the mat where he's waiting, and it's usually in the same city that you started in. And so there's tons of challenges that can come from anywhere, from math questions to sorting apples. They were in a physics place, and they had to drop a tennis ball and time it, and do the calculations to see the distance of how far they dropped it. And it was really cool because some teams were struggling so hard with this they couldn't even get by it. Some teams had a blast. They could do it in 2 seconds. It was super good. Okay, so John Montgomery. John Montgomery competed in the 2010 Olympic Games in Vancouver, and he actually won a gold medal, which is really cool. And he's actually from Manitoba. Bet you didn't know that. So that's a cool little fact about John Montgomery. Analysis of the show. The cinematography is insane. There's probably over 1,000 hours of footage that they had to edit, which probably took over 1,000 hours of editing, which is really cool to see nowadays. We watched this fishing show called 39 Hours, and yeah, it's only 39 hours, and the editor was talking about how long it took him to edit. That took almost 1,000 hours of editing, which is crazy, given the fact that there's 10 teams that start at the beginning, so the amount of hours, it must be just crazy. So the audience, this could be literally for anyone. If you're old, young, gay, there's so much diversity. It's crazy. There's teams that are like co-workers, stepmom and stepbrother, and brothers and fathers and grandfathers. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, so diversity. This gay couple, the first season we watched actually was season 6, I believe, and this gay couple ended up winning, which is really cool for the community to see how like Canada is this diverse with couples like this winning, and really demonstrates how crazy it is that stuff's happening in Canada, and it really shows you that there's Indigenous support and stuff like that out there. All colors of the rainbow are represented in the show. So in conclusion, it's a really great show. I recommend watching it if you're Canadian or not even Canadian, just to learn about Canada and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a great way to get by the quarantine, because you can live kind of vicariously through the people here, because obviously we can't travel right now. So yeah, it's a really good show, and I recommend watching it.